Here in northern Tanzania, like all over the world, child protection is a race against time. In Shinyanga region, an innovative project combines good parenting with economic strengthening. The goal is to reduce child maltreatment and improve child development in an economically safe setting. This film highlights how evaluation helps to ensure that these goals are met, so that children can grow up to their best potential. In this rural setting, families work together to build their livelihoods based on agriculture. Nevertheless, child maltreatment is prevalent, like in many other places. In Tanzania, a survey found that 3 out of 4 children have experienced physical violence. This is where ICS comes in. Through local collaboration, the NGO has set up a program to reduce child maltreatment, while also relieving the stress caused by poor economic conditions. This integrated approach was chosen because their own observations suggest that these two risks are related. In addition, ICS saw evaluation as an important tool for refining the intervention and making sure that it really made a difference.
There were quite a number of programs that have not been evaluated in Eastern Africa, especially the programs implemented in rural settings. But then it was in our best interest to try and test it and see whether it does address issues of violence at home and child maltreatment at home.
The call for evaluation was not only in ICS's interest, but also concerned their partner, Agrics. Agrics is a social enterprise that has been active in providing high-quality seeds to farmers and capacity strengthening on how to farm more effectively.
No research, no right to speak. We are doing the evaluation so that we can have the right to speak. If you tell people right now, then they ask you, how did you get the evidence? Where is the evidence? So we are trying to get the evidence so that it can help us to proceed for the next many years to come.
Parenting workshops include farmer groups that have been collaborating with Agrics. Through role plays and other methods, parents discuss and practice new strategies so that violence in the family can be reduced and relationships become more positive. ICS is convinced that good parenting is further supported by economic strengthening. Families less concerned about income to pay for food, school and health crises can better focus on everybody's well-being.
Kwanza familia yangu nilivyoona imebadilika.
Before, my husband was not talking to our child. Now, after he participated with me in the training, my husband discusses a lot of issues with him.
Mwanangu nafanya vibaya. Siku nyingine nilikuwa namwambia mimi tu.
If he misbehaves, my husband is now able to sit with the boy and he tells him that it's not good and explains why.
Sikiliza wote. Nimeona ni badiliko kubwa sana. Limeweza kunisaidia katika familia yangu.
Initial program implementation went well. However, it was necessary to confirm the positive feedback by communities and authorities through evaluation. ICS decided to partner with researchers Jamie Lachman and Joyce Mavoy, who brought solid expertise in child protection.
This cooperation that seems to have worked very well. In the beginning, we didn't know each other. Jamie had been working in South Africa on a project that is very similar to this. When he came in through ICS, of course, we've worked together very well. We are working on different components. He's working on the quantitative component, quantitative evaluation, and I'm working on the qualitative evaluation of the project. So we are complementing each other very well.
When evaluating the ICS program, the researchers focused on a method called a clustered randomized control trial. In this approach, the researchers looked at farmer groups who received different aspects of the ICS and Agrics intervention.
In this study, what we're doing is we're taking the 8 villages and 2 of them are getting the parenting program only, 2 of them are getting the farmer group, the agricultural training only, and then 2 of them are getting both of those, the combined intervention, and then 2 of them are getting nothing, and then we can look at the differences between those different clusters.
The goal of the randomized control trial is to understand how each of the 4 conditions affect farmer groups and their communities. They want to answer the question, which condition produces the best outcomes? Kudeli Sokoina and his team managed the implementation of the ICS program in the Shinyanga region, and they introduced the researchers to the field.
What we tried from the beginning, we introduced the research team, clearly explaining in the community what will be the role of the research team and what will be the role of the ICS team. We let them understand the importance of the research. And from there, they were able now to understand, and they started providing the collaboration.
Doing evaluations of this kind, it was very important that we are a bit separate in terms of how we function with the ICS team. We have separate vehicles, and we try to avoid using their cars so that we can evaluate the program objectively.
Good communication and flexibility throughout the process were important for everybody involved, especially since the program bridges 2 distinct fields, that is, agriculture and child protection. Along with evaluation procedures, there were quite a few surprises.
Especially with research, nothing ever happens exactly the way that you're expecting it to go. All sorts of things happened. So like suddenly the rainy season happened a little bit earlier, or it was a little bit harder to get ethical approval from Tanzania. So all these little things are places where the research could go wrong, and then where we would have to be able to adjust while still keeping as rigorously adhering to some of the core aspects of the research design that we didn't want to compromise.
Exposing a program to rigorous research takes courage, good planning, and flexibility. The UBS Optimus Foundation funded the evaluation because it helps to know whether efforts to tackle violence against children are effective. Evaluation ensures that the scarce resources are used to create real change. For ICS, it is still too early to make a statement on results of the research. Findings will not be available for another few months. But whatever insights come from the evaluation, the learning will build our knowledge and improve efforts to help children and families.
I am very happy with this evaluation process. One, it's going to give us the evidence base that a very strong evidence base that our program works or it does not work. Second, it will give us feedback on aspects of our program that we need to improve on. And then the communities are now also confident with us that the fact that we are working together with them on a program that is tested, that is working, and it's not just other program that has been crafted from anywhere else.